Now, KwaMhlanga residents say they will shut down the Moloto Road. They are tired of delays in the building of the Moloto Rail Corridor. They want President Cyril Ramaphosa to intervene. Without a rail network, communities are forced to use buses and taxis on the notoriously unsafe road. Our reporter Nobile Medlala has been following that story for us and catching up with the communities there over the past couple of weeks. Nobile, very good morning to you. And today, your focus being on how this entire saga with this sort of very notorious road where we've known many to have lost their lives on that route, how this entire saga is affecting the young in the communities around it.
Yeah, that's right, Veka. A lot of the youth just expressing their opinion with regards to the fact that if this Moloto Rail was a reality, a lot of them could have had jobs at this point. So it has affected them in a bit a higher way than they expected to. But I just want to draw your attention to this. Behind me, you will see a lot of youth just sitting here and doing perhaps what they wouldn't have done in a general basis. And that's what they have spoken to me about. Where we are is one of the busiest areas in KwaNdebele, and this is where most of the youth end up being vendors. Most of them end up driving taxis. They're selling on the streets. That's generally where we are. But now I'm going to speak to one of the leaders in the community who have spoken to the youth, and he's just going to give me an idea as to what exactly does the youth want to happen and how could this help them economically if there was a rail.
Okay, thank you, Nyabonga. If really there was a TVET college, if really there were infrastructure in this place that will develop the youth, you shouldn't have seen all this. Now I am a leader on a sub-regional level, meaning that the whole municipality, I know all the places in all this municipality. The big challenge is infrastructure. If the government can take the people of this area serious and bring the necessary infrastructure, we have stadiums here that are left without proper development. There are a lot of things that are happening in this place. Specifically here, this is where it's supposed to be a busiest place, and this one of the places that is supposed to be well developed. If you speak about KwaMhlanga Crossroad in KwaNdebele, it's a place that is supposed to be well developed, but look what is happening. This is what is happening. Instead of a proper development, this is what you see in KwaMhlanga Crossroad. Most of the youth that you see here, they are not from here. Others are from Pumula, others are from Kwaga, others are from Thembaletu, and they all come here because there is nothing that is happening in their own respective areas. There is nothing happening in Thembaletu. There is no business activities or economic development activities in their own perspective villages. So they come here because they've lost hope. They come here because they've lost courage. Most of them, they are even educated. If you can ask them one by one, you'll find that some of them, they are even having degrees and diplomas, and honestly so. But because they didn't have a proper support and infrastructure, now they end up coming here just to do drugs. And sometimes they get involved in serious crime.
Tell me about the infrastructure that you're speaking of. What kind of infrastructure could help?
I think if we can have a train as the government promised the past 27 years, this place shouldn't have been like this, because this is one of the places that the train was supposed to go through. So the youth is supposed to be at Pretoria or somewhere else looking for jobs. And this Moloto Corridor project was going to bring a lot of economic development projects here, not even in Pretoria, here. Here was supposed to be one of the stations. So you can imagine if there was a station here, there's a lot of economic activities that should have taken place. Even our municipality have a special development plan that explains what's supposed to be happening in this crossroad.
We know that a lot of people take buses here. What kind of jobs do they have exactly?
Honestly, it's domestic work. And it's one of the pain that we are seeing here every day. We see parents in this place, they wake up at 3 o'clock, they come back at 7 o'clock and sleep. You know, we have parents that children don't know nothing about because of the situation that is here. 3 o'clock, they're on their way. Most of them, maybe 90% of them, is domestic work. You cannot get into the bus at 3 o'clock if you are a manager somewhere, maybe in SAP or whatever in Pretoria. It's domestic work. They are working in a domestic work.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Viveka, I just want to speak to some of the youth here because we had a conversation a little earlier. And Sfiso, you were telling me that you're one of the people that hopes that your life could be better. But kodwa uthola la ukhona. Ngempela kwenzakalani?
No, ukuze umuntu agcine alana i-problem ukuthi esikolweni saya ngafunda esikolweni then ngine diploma ngacomplete i-matric ngaya e-tertiary but ekugcineni ngagcina ngizithola nganamsebenzi nabo ngigcina sengilana eCrossweni sengibhema ama-drugs manje sibhizi sibhemana nama-drugs ayikho into esiyenzako sivuka ekuseni sizohlala khona la sigcina sihleli khona lana vele sesilala khona la sigcina sesicommit ama-crimes and everything because akunamsebenzi siyathenjiswa imisebenzi siyavota siyakuyenza everything but akukho kwenzakalaka akunama-development khona la sihlala khona so sikuba ngcono nasihleli sibona ngathi kungcono masihleli sibhema lana because even incedo from ku-government abasinaki into abayenzako nje ukuthi bazawuthumela amaphoyisa bazonigijimisa banithathe banibophe and then but at the end of the day ayikho into yenza incedo abaninikeza lona
mhlambe awungitshele ngoba ngike ngezokuthiwa beke bathi bazonithatha banise rehab kwenzakalani ngalokho
since bathatha amagama wethu bayasibhalisa phansi so asizwisisi ukuthi kuyenzakala ever since bahamba azange basabuya akunancedo silitholako from ku-government vele
yini mhlambe nifunayo njengeyouth
thina into esiyifunayo yabo nasingathola imisebenzi baqale ngokuthi basincede ukuthi mhlambe basi-organizele ama-rehab because i-rehab vele siyayidinga le mpilo lena siyithandi akusiyimpilo enomali lena asiyithandi le mpilo lena so sifuna impilo engcono at least uma bangasi-organizele ama-rehab and then after babuye basinikeze imisebenzi ukuthi because uma uhleli ekhaya kula ugcina orelapsa khona kula ugcina ubuyela khona back to ema-drugsini because ngiyimpilo oyijwayele yangithi
Thank you very much, Sifiso. All right. Well, as you can hear, the youth just saying that they're also at a point where they find themselves in this situation purely because they can't access work. This is the busiest area, and this is what you find. Sifiso here is one of the people that has studied. He says that he has a diploma, he can't find work, he finds himself in this position, and he keeps relapsing because there is no way, no opportunity for him to grow. And this is basically what they say. If there was a better infrastructure, wouldn't be happening.
All right, so it's more than just what we've been hearing of that route and just the loss of life. It's a loss of so much more for the communities around there. Thanks so much, Kabile Madlala. She'll continue to focus there on that story. Well, still